Are y'all having a good time with this series? What's up, what's up, what's up? It's me, your homegirl, LaDosha Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the Beauty and Barber Survival Plan that can be found on my home hair care platform over on Patreon, and that's called Global Hair Care. And we are talking about porosity. That's what this series are all about. If you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I am the hairstylist who tells you everything they don't tell you. Don't even talk about the hair salon, okay? If you have been following me for a while, then welcome back, and I hope you guys are finding this conversation about, porous hair very, very interesting. So to the point that you will hit that thumbs up button, and you will also subscribe and hit that little bell thing. So when I start uploading these series, you'll be like, oh, that go to the next one. Oh, that go to the next one, okay? So here goes the next one. But she had a question, okay, when I went into the commercial break. Or would that be the green room? That sounds good. Let's say green room, okay? So in the green room, she said, so does that mean I should be washing my hair every, 3 to 4 days or 4 to 5 days? Now, here's the thing. Shampoo is the most popular way to clean hair, but it's not the only way. That's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. So let's take a person like her, who her hair starting to curl up, who has a lot of hair. She's like, LaDosha, let me tell you, I work too many hours a day. My hair is too long. I don't want to do all that. No problem. No problem. I got you. Here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon about shampooing hair. So shampooing hair is the most popular way. It's not the only way. She could very well take some good old-fashioned Listerine, that's right, and she could wrap her fingers around a towel, and she could literally wipe the debris or the yeast away from the scalp, and that's just a nice way, what we call a dry shampoo. It is literally just as effective. Why do we know this to be true? Because there are a lot of people who physically cannot always get into water for 1,000 reasons beyond just being, persons with physical disabilities. Sometimes people just can't always get into water because they broke their arm, maybe they have limited range of motion. A lot of reasons why they can't. So these are things that caretakers do to keep the hair clean for people who can't always get into water. So they're doing what's called dry shampoos, where they're using Listerine or sea breeze to actually wipe the debris away from the scalp, and then that will also help take away some of the odor out of the hair, the odor-causing bacteria. We also have a product here, and I'll put that description in the link, y'all know. And this is by Deca Plus, and this is called Scalp Therapy. So this is their product that's used as a pre-cleanser. So you can put this on your hair, just a little bit on your scalp, a little bit onto the hair, and the essential oils helps to dissolve the products, the fiber, and the buildup that's on the scalp. So when you do go to shampoo your hair, it will all come off. That's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. And that process takes place whether you're gonna buy something like this, and this retails for about $15 and up, or if you use Sea Breeze, or if you use Listerine. It's gonna definitely remove the debris off of the scalp, a little bit off of the hair, and when you get ready to shampoo with a soapy cleanser, everything will come off the hair. So that technique will buy you about 2 to 3 more days. But in theory, you really should not be waiting, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. So if you have like hair additions and things like that, and you can't, get in the water, then again, you could use those modalities. That would be a Sea Breeze, Listerine, or you can use this product called Scalp Therapy. I got a little pause there, because remember I told y'all in Cleveland, the weather could be one way, it was just warm. I'm telling you right now, it's a monsoon taking place outside. I just thought I might put that on the little video. I love this country, don't you? I mean, I'll tell you. Okay, I just had to get that out of my system, because I'm like, what? What is this? Kansas? We're not in Kansas anymore. All right, we are back, okay? So now, how do we cleanse this hair? So let's just say it's been a week, it's been 2 weeks, and you have all this stuff. You have a cream or you have a gel, and you had your messy bun. So now, if you have really long hair or if you have textured hair, this is going to help. Now, long hair, textured hair has a tendency to be what? More porous, meaning those cuticle layers are up and it's just grabbing like the cuticle layers are catching on like a fence. And not only is it catching the fibers, but it's catching odor, the bacteria, the odor causing bacteria. It's also catching the fibrin that naturally comes off the scalp. And if the product becomes a little scaly like gels and creams often do as they sit on the hair, then they will get dislodged in that little hair fence, so to speak. So what are we to do to help with that? Because now the hair is porous, okay? So we need to change the pH. We've got to make it a little bit more porous. So I hope at this point you guys are following me like, oh, I see what she's saying now. Porosity is living. It's an ebb and a flow. It's an inhale and it's an exhale. So hair is very much alive, is what I'm saying. I hope you guys like knew where she was going with it. I knew Kilolo was gonna go there. Y'all know me. I'm about that life. I'm about that life. I'm about that life. Okay? So what I'm doing now is I'm using a detangler. This one is satin tame, and I will put that in the description as well. Now, you can use any leave-in conditioner that you like as long as it's lowering the pH so that you can comb through it. So one of the mistakes that people make when they have textured hair is that they have this desire to just rip through the hair. Now in my other videos, you might have seen this a lot before, so I just like to just do that whole positive reinforcement. If you're new, I'm just gonna explain to you what we're doing. So in the science of hair, we need to lower that pH because again, it's porous. But how porous? So 7 would be neutral, meaning it ain't nothing happening. And as it gets lower, 6.5, the cuticles kind of close, and it goes 5.5, it closes, you know, and then 5, it's pretty much closed. 4, you're really tighten down, you know, 4.5, you're pretty much all the way there. You in the 3, it's coming off the hair. It just ain't no way to talk about it. Let's go up 7. Let's go the other way. You're 7.5. You know, you're open. You see what I'm saying? So as the hair is drier, it's kind of almost doing the same thing that it does if it's too what? Soft. So either way, if it's too moist, the hair can become so closed, it'll melt off. If the pH as it goes up, the hair can be so open that it explodes and it literally falls off the hair. Now you see what I'm saying about hair being alive. So the goal is to keep the life of the hair as you are manipulating it, be it when you comb it, when you're gonna, you know, twist it, whatever you wanna do, we gotta keep this hair alive. Hence the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So this leave-in conditioner is helping me get through her hair. Because if I was to just throw some water on top of that, what would happen is it would reactivate the products. And now the hair is gonna start to curl up. In the instance of the gel, the cream is gonna start to stretch. And when you try to shampoo it, you got a big ball of matted mess. So you need to adjust the pH or that porosity before you shampoo the hair. And as you can see, no hair is coming out. I don't want you guys to start, you know, like doing this. You know, stop doing that to hair because you're ripping the cuticles, you're causing them to pop up, and now you're over processing and the porosity is gonna really be like, ugh. Or if you don't, you know, wet it, it'll be tight and then you really can't do anything, okay? So let's make sure that when we're detangling, we want all of the hair to be combed out. You see that? Now, you can cause hair to be super duper porous when you use the wrong combs. And so when the hair is super duper porous, then the hair begins to melt and come off. So that's why I say porosity is the condition, it's the ebb and flow. Don't look at it as something that's fixed and that you're trying to fix and lock it in. You cannot do it. So be careful watching those videos with people who are telling you, we're gonna lock it in, and you can lock it in, but it's just for about, maybe 3 to 4 days, because after that, it's gonna come off the hair. So there's nothing that's gonna fix that state for beyond, 3 to 5 days in a healthy state. Like my hair, it'll stay straight. If I never wash this for 2-3 weeks, it's pretty much gonna stay. But Shaniqua, when I go to wash this out, Fontanella, it's gonna be mush. It ain't gonna be no good. So that's where we're going with this. So these combs, they expedite that process differently. So if you don't shampoo your hair, you're gonna get one element of porosity. If you use the wrong comb, you'll get another element to the porosity. If you take a long time or infrequent shampooing as a practice, you're going to get another element to that term, porosity. I hope I'm making a lot of sense. So these combs will definitely promote a lot of, over processing, which is what high porosity is. I don't know what this is about. I wish y'all stopped with these wide tooth combs. Y'all messing it up for us people out here who care about hair. This one, because the teeth, this is a cheap plastic. And as you can see, the combs are bending. So if the combs are bending, you already know what's happening to your hair. So please stop using, bad tools. If you're using them like, well, that's the way I've been using for a long time and my hair is okay, just keep living. It's just a matter of time before you ain't gonna have no hair, okay? So I'm gonna detangle this here. And again, I'm using the satin tang, and these other sections are already detangled, okay? Just so you guys can see. I started my detangling up here. Don't start down here. If you do that, you're ripping out the hair and you're causing the cuticles to open, and now you're promoting high porosity. Okay, so don't do that, okay? So start from the scalp where the hair is the strongest and bring your tangles down, and then you're gonna put your fist or your fingers around and begin, see how I'm moving my fingers down, to work the tangles out of the hair. Now there is some force depending on how coiled or textured the hair is, but she doesn't have a lot, so I don't need to do that. But you see how she's got a little tangle there? Don't snatch it. Don't do that. What you want to do is just take your leave-in conditioner. You can make you some leave-in conditioner with conditioner and some water if you like. How much of this stuff we got to buy, okay? You don't have to keep buying all this stuff, all right? So voila, there it is, you see? So now she's all detangled. Now I want to not make her hair very porous, because if I do it the old-fashioned way and take her back to the shampoo bowl and just rinse her and start shampooing, I'm going to cause the hair to be what? Highly porosity. Now I'm taking the pH, and when we say high, we actually mean we're lowering the pH to the point where the hair is closing so tight that it's going to melt off because of that friction, because that's also affecting the porosity. So we don't want to do that. So if you have a lot of texture, what you want to do, I'm just going to do this one section, and then that's going to be the end of this video. And this is the atomizer. It's Up and Atom, which is by Rev Air, and I'll put theirs in the link as well. Or you can just do what we used to do back in the day. Just take an old bottle, put some water in it, okay? And you can make your own, leave-in conditioner. But this is just plain old water. So first she's detangled. Now I've got some water. And I'm going to take a clarifying shampoo because I want to get this product off her hair. Now, if you haven't shampooed your hair in about 5 days, you want to go with the clarifying shampoo first. Now, I just put all this crap on her hair, so I have to go with the clarifying shampoo, okay? So I'm putting this on her scalp, and now what I'm going to do is scrub the scalp with my fingers. And I'm holding the hair so that I don't tangle it up. Because if I start doing this, I'm going to make the hair what? You got it. Highly porosity. I'm going to raise the porosity because I'm lowering the pH with the friction. And now the hair is going to start to melt off. So people talk about porosity again as if it's something you can fix, you can solve. No, you have to work with it. Because as we manipulate the hair, we're adjusting the pH. And when you adjust the pH, you are adjusting the cuticle layer, and when you are adjusting the cuticle layer, you are adjusting what? The porosity. And so now I'm taking the shampoo and I'm going to work it down. So shampoos that are in pumps are going to be a lot easier. If she was in the shower, she could just pump it. You know, the ones that squeeze out, it could be a little difficult. If your shampoo is squeezing out, just put the shampoo in a bowl, take it, you know, and dip your hands in it. You'll have the same effect. But if you're like, no, I want the pump, no problem. You can just head on over to my Amazon store, right? At Amazon.com, LaDosha Wright, and buy you a bottle of the right hair care products. And we have the pump because when I did my research on my private label brand, I wanted to definitely have a product that could be used in the shower. I also wanted a product that can just pump out the right amount. So pumps out the right amount. Unlike the ones you squeeze out, you gotta be really careful. So again, if you don't have a pump, just put your shampoo in a bowl, dip your fingers in, and scrub the scalp really good, and then you want to work it down. To make sure you're not tangling the hair, then just comb it. And it should comb right through, and voila, you see that? So this is how we cleanse hair to work with the porosity, and this technique is called toothing. Not to be confused with shampooing is the modality of effectively cleansing the scalp and the hair without what? Tangling it. So that concludes how to manipulate the hair when it's quote unquote high porosity, low porosity. Remember guys, be very, very careful with that word, and be careful with trying to, you know, visualize it as a fixed state. It is not a fixed state. Porosity is something that your hair goes through in the ins and out of styling it, be it flat iron, be it wash and wear, be it locks, be it twist, be it roller set, be it color, be it relaxer, be it a messy bun, it doesn't matter. Porosity is just the ebb and flow, that hair opening and closing, breathing, the porosity going low or the porosity being really high. If it's too low, it can go so low, it can melt off. It can be so high where the cuticles are open up, you'll blast them right off and they'll come off the hair, okay? Or the strand, all right? So, I hope you find that very helpful. If you did, hit that heart button. Don't forget to share the content, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that little bell so as I, upload the videos, you'll get that reminder. Key Lolo is out there saying, peace out, my good people. A whole lot of love, a whole lot of hair. If you don't like hair, like that girl got too much hair. Let me move the camera now. Y'all gotta see, this girl got a lot of hair, okay? Oh, come on, there she goes. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. She has a lot of hair, okay? So I'm gonna go into the green room and I'm gonna finish cleansing up all her hair. She has a whole lot of hair and you can't stand that much hair. Don't worry about it, just rub your beautiful bald head. It's not all that serious. But if you got a lot of hair, this is the best way to cleanse it. If you have a lot of density, this is also the best way to cleanse it in sections. And again, that technique is called, where am I? Oh, there I am. Toothing.